consideration from a woman until I got it. And now I be goddamned if a woman come by here and not be considerate and I let her slide. I didn't know that I needed to be spoken to in a gentle way until a woman did it. I didn't know I needed to have space held for me emotionally until a woman did it. So do I expect way more? And don't that's not even to mention the work that I've done in my own life. This is about, yes, men actually are raising our standard. It's happening slowly and surely, but it is happening. And I think right now we at this stalemate because women are raising theirs too. You feel me? So we all kind of looking at each other like, what else do you do? You know what I'm saying? Because no, I'm gonna keep it as candid as I can. For the longest time, money was enough. It was enough. You make you a decent living, you could find you a woman. Whether y'all loved each other or not wasn't the point. Y'all could find somebody. You had some on you, you could bear some kids, take care of a home, you could find you a man. That's not gonna work for nobody no more. So men are like, all right, you got shorty, what else? The last chick got that. Like, I ain't even have to work for that. So if you don't got more than that, what's up? And the same thing with ladies looking at the men. Like, big dog, I got my own 6 figures, so what else do you do aside from come with money? So it's like, yes, we are all raising our standards. What the problem is, we've hit a stalemate because this is new territory for everybody.
All right, so he said a couple things in there that I really liked, and I think he highlighted the point how dating is different in 2024. It's not like how it used to be. One of the things that he said was that men are raising their stand. Well, let me start here. He said that all men really had to have was money, and they was able to find a good woman. Shane, you think that's a true statement? What he said? You agree with him?
What did this last part you just say? And they find a good one right before that?
He said that back in the day, or how it used to be, all men had to have was just money in order to get a good woman. If he had money, he was in the green. Do you think that's a true statement?
No.
In your opinion? You don't think?
I don't think that's true. I think that so historically, if you look at all races, possibly, but I think that it's always taken a little bit more than that. But money does help. I must say. Now, there are men who only offer money, and those men, for sure, it's going to take a little bit more than that. But I think that most men who don't have money are in relationships, so that's why I don't believe that. And they've always been in relationships, so that's why that in our community. I'm not talking about anybody else's community. So that's why it gets a little bit of, I don't know. But I think that there is a growing thing that's saying, oh, if you got money, then you'll be able to get these girls. And that's not true anymore. I do think that the thought process of that is not true. But as far as if I look at history and the reality of things, I don't think you've necessarily had to have money to get a woman.
What do you think men are raising their standards?
No, I don't.
Okay.
I think it sounds good because this is what I see right here. A lot of this, right? But when you look at people and what they're actually doing, it's not matching. Now, I do believe that men of a certain age are raising their standards because they've been there, done that, and they kind of learned a lesson. And they're like, oh, at this older age, I just want peace. I mean, but who at an older age doesn't want peace? So I think it is an age thing. And I think that it sounds good.
Okay. I'm gonna go to you, Dave West. I seen you agreeing with Shan. You said that men are not raising their standards. I seen you was clapping for it. So elaborate on that a little bit for me.
For one, I don't think us as women, I don't think our standards really change. I think that men just stop being providers. And so it seems like in this new thing that we're expecting more, y'all just kind of, I'm not gonna say y'all, but like it's being a thing when the generation is kind of thinning out, the providing and the being a strong male household man is just kind of like not happening like it used to back in the day. So now it's like, oh, this is hard. Like, why y'all crying? Because Papa and them wasn't tripping. So yeah.
Oh, I love that.
Okay, so you mentioned that women's standards haven't changed. So you think that women's standards have been consistently the same
I just
from
feel
20 years ago than it is now?
it just like I'm saying, it just seems like that. Like it's more about money, money, money. If it wouldn't be feeling like it's like money, money, money if y'all was already doing what you're supposed, if the house is already provided for, if you're already coming through being a courteous man and stuff like that, it won't seem like somebody wants something from you. And of course you want a genuine connection, but they all kind of like a domino effect fall into, but that's
Let me say this. Young men always was told how to treat women. We was taught that ever since we came out the womb. How to treat them, how to talk to them, how to act to them, how to be cordial, how to be respectful, how to be chivalrous. We was taught all that. Daughters wasn't taught that shit. And especially if you didn't have a father in your house, I know you wasn't taught that shit. You had no idea because your mammy didn't do it. Your mammy didn't teach you because what you see your mammy do, talk crazy to her baby daddy. What you see your mammy do, talk bad to her boyfriend. And so they never really learn how to talk and treat a man because of, yeah, unfortunately, women before them. That's what the 2024 women are looking like. Now, maybe your great grandmother had it in her. Maybe your grandmother. But when it got down to your mammy, shit, mammy said, I'm gonna do what I want to do. That's why her ass was at Freaknik back in 92 through 96. She want to do what she want to do. You ain't gonna tell me that you can't. Who gonna check me, boo? Y'all know the slogans. So no, they wouldn't check. So are their standards high? Yeah, they probably got high standards because that's what their mother told them, and that's cool. There's nothing wrong with having high standards. But now that a man has started to want to have a higher standard for himself and for the person he's going to have a relationship with, now they accuse us of crying or complaining or there's something wrong with us having it. No, you should be able to accept whatever she gives you and take it and be okay with it. Doesn't matter she come with 3 or 4 kids by 3 different fathers. Doesn't matter. You should be able to accept her and love her nonetheless. Doesn't matter she gained about 50 or 60 more pounds since the last time you seen her at the high school reunion. You should accept her regardless. Bullshit. Ma'am, if you're not living up to what I expect you to be, then I will not be with you. Just like if I'm not living up to what you expect me to do, if I'm not being a provider like you're looking for, I don't have no problem with you saying, "No, you ain't the one." I can respect your honesty. I appreciate your what you had to say, and I will move on and find somebody who does appreciate what I do bring, and vice versa with the men. So, are they both raising standards? Yeah, I'm sure women raise a little bit standards a little bit higher than in the yesteryears. But now that the men are doing it, what's the problem? So I'll let I know Shan wants to get in.
All right, go ahead, Shan.
Well, Cookie just got in. I wanted everybody to
Oh
go.
yeah, yeah. Cookie didn't go. I'm sorry. We're gonna go to Cookie then. We'll go to Day West. Come back to Shan. Go ahead, Cookie.
Can y'all hear me?
Yes, ma'am.
I'm calling malarkey. Calling it BS. Let me tell you what's happening. What's happening is men are aging and just now realizing that the freaknik, booty popping, twerking, Instagram hoes, easy girls are no longer uh are not what they want to live the rest of their life with. Let's just be for real. If y'all call that raising your standards, whatever. Okay. But I call it having an epiphany that you're aging and getting old, and that these same women that y'all been giving y'all attention to for the last 30, 40 years of your life won't take care of you in your old age. They're just gonna find an older dude with money with a check, or a younger man with a check. Women have been consistently, if they were raised correctly by their fathers, have been consistently looking for a certain type of man. These men have wasted their penis miles on chicken heads. Let's be for real. It shouldn't have took my boy that long to figure out that he needed to be talked to nice. All right? So let's just stop blaming each other for everybody's downfall. Women ain't raising they goddamn standards. Y'all are just now finding real women and y'all feel like that's a standard raise. No. You've been messing with chicken heads. What you did was you ran up on a real one and realized that, oh, these other chicks that I was messing with weren't real women. I was messing with chicken heads. Now all of a sudden we all raising our standards. No, we're not. Y'all just now running up on real females. And you like how real females treat you, and it's okay to say that. Why are we dissecting this like, oh, we're all raising our standards? No, you're not. You just now finding a utopia of good women that are actually out there, opposed to the women that you was having the one night stands with. Because we all know that most men, have no problem sticking their thing in anything. But a lot of women spare themselves those types of men, and y'all are just now running across them. And you feel like you're raising your standards, but that's Delulu. No, you're not. You just running across. You found a woman that you actually liked, is what happened. It's crazy. What?
All right, go ahead, Day West.
Yeah, she kind of like was going where I was going, because it's like they wouldn't have been at Freaknik if nobody was able to watch them at Freaknik. Like, they weren't Freaknicking by themselves. Let's get that understood. And secondly, just like, it's just crazy how you just spewed out your mouth. Nobody, mama, auntie, didn't teach them nothing. Some of us was raised by our grannies, for one. And secondly, like, y'all didn't have no daddies. How y'all gonna say we didn't have this and that? Like, y'all was taught by women, and hopefully your mama raised you to be the man that she would have wanted in her life that she did not have. But anywho, I was raised and seeing my aunts and my grandma them keep things under wrap. Like, they keep the family secrets or what's going on in their household, and being very meek and modest. Like she said, like, the problem is women became too accessible, and y'all thought the grass was greener on the other side, and y'all was trying to mess with all these women, and then you met that divine feminine that you ain't never had before, and that's what happened.
I think you taking notes. Go ahead, Shan.
Hold on, Shan, because I want to
Okay.
say something. I know you want to
Sure.
go last. I just want to say this because I just listened to what he said in the video. Why did it take a woman to treat him good to realize that's his standard? Like, why wasn't that his personal standard on his own? I'm just saying, before I ever dated a man, it wasn't like, oh, he taught me how I want to be treated. No, I know how I want to be treated as a woman, as a person. It doesn't take another person to tell me how I want and need to be treated. That's strange. Like, what kind of... I just wanted to say that, Shan. Okay, that's it.
I don't know if because I don't want my question, so what I have to say to take it, but it has something to do with this. This is my thing. He said, I didn't know I wanted a woman who was nice until I had her, right? I didn't know I wanted a woman to be cooperative until I had her. So my question is, you had her, why did you let her go?
I was thinking that too.
So when you get this person that you want, what are you gonna do with her? Because we're tired of being played. I'm so tired of hearing men playing with women. Okay, you're asking for these things, but what is the goal? Raising your standard is having a goal. Like, not just say, oh, now I'm sleeping with a girl who respects me, or I'm sleeping with... You're putting her in the same, as she would say, a chicken head category. So what is the point in having these things if you're not going to do right by that person? All you're going to do is you're going to damage them, make them feel a certain type of way, have blocks up, not like me. Like, what is the end goal here? Just to say you have her? So that's the part that confuses me about all these relationship talks. It's like, you get her, what's next? Because you're not going to marry her. We figured that out. So what are you going to do with her? So that just irritates the crap out of me, because he's clearly met her. He just did not you know. And so that's all I had to